It's a beer video. Helen, whoa, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Mhm.
I
You just look stressed
know I'm fine for now.
for now. Yeah, give it a minute. Um, so for the second week in a row, being threatened by a torrential thunderstorm. So I only do these now during thunderstorms. And if you want to go ahead and flaunt the sunshine, there you go. Yeah, I don't have that here. Yeah, I have just fucking I don't know. It's the weekend, and so why wouldn't it just rain constantly?
Of course.
It rained all day. I was trying to get to my hair appointment, and I'm gonna propose this that I don't really agree with, but I'm so tired of people not understanding what the left lane is for when you're driving on a highway. And if you're not in that lane to pass other traffic, get the fuck out of it. And nobody does it. And so I'm just gonna like let's just do away with it because it's a free for all right now, and it'll do wonders for my temper if we just do away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't sound, are you with me or you don't sound sold on this?
Well, I haven't driven on a highway in a very long time, so I will
Mhm.
just agree with you.
I guess that's true. You did a lot of biking today, right?
I did. I biked around 24 miles, I think, if I'm doing my math right. Yeah, and Minneapolis has a lot of dedicated bikeways, so I was mostly on those. So I guess my equivalent of that would be if you're biking very slowly, you should probably like hug the right part of the bike path so it
Yeah,
can go
same
around.
thing. Yeah, same thing. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
same principle basically.
Yeah. I learned that lesson. I got yelled at enough by, bikers that were going much faster than I was, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I should probably not be over here." So they can get by me. But the thing that I noticed that people on bikes do though is they'll do like the hey, I'm coming up, I'm behind you or whatever, and then you shoot over. It's like, oh shit, this guy's going faster than I am, and you shoot over. It's a friendly exchange. It's like, okay, great, cool, let me get out of your way. If people
Yeah,
did it on the roadway, 'cause I think
there's
people think that like there's some sort of fucking I don't know, like a point system or like if you let me pass you on the road that you're like demoted. Like it's not anything. It's just driving. That's all it is. All right. Sorry. I'm in a bad mood. I've had 3 bad days in a row, so I'm just barely hanging on here. Uh so I don't remember who went first last week. I want to say that did you go
I
first?
think you did, because I
Did I?
remember I surprised you with the pickle beer and you were very
That's right. Okay, so you go first. Then I'm going to put the little note back up. If you're,
uh
I don't know, I'm like rushing through this.
so I went to Wooden Ship today and they had a couple 6 pack or not 6 packs, 4 packs at a discount. This is one of them. This is called Someone Had to Say It, which is a fruited blonde ale
Hmm.
with blueberry, strawberry, and lemon.
Huh.
It's 6.7% ABV.
I'm glad I went a different direction with my beer because I had something that would
Yeah, it was
almost got
between
something that was similar.
they had an IPA, but I really like when Chip does kind of more off the wall stuff. So I picked this one instead. I got the old Cousin Eddie glass out for this one.
Let's see that can. Let's see that can. Let's see that can. Whenever you're done. Boy, you can finish. Boring.
Um, this is kind of Wooden Ship's generic can. Like I've seen this for a couple of their other beers.
Oh,
So they don't really have can art per se. The only time I've seen it is like, they have like their logo, like this
yeah.
little guy on there, and then like changes color sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah, like they don't have fancy can art. They're a pretty small operation, so
I
I
mean, it's
think
really good.
it's a budget issue. Okay, so this is kind of a nice orangey red here. Hmm, kind of a citrus smell. I imagine that's lemon.
Oh, that was lightning. Sorry.
Hmm. This is kind of similar to some other wooden ship beers that I've had where it's like where they list like several ingredients, but I can mostly just taste two. Um, like this, I mostly just taste raspberry and lemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is very nice. Um, Kind of a nice tart complement to the blonde ale. And it tastes like there was some kind of real fruit situation happening with the flavoring, not just like
Not like artificial tasting.
that's good, but I don't really taste much blueberry or strawberry. So um
Yeah.
I think sometimes I really like wooden chip spirits, but I think sometimes like they try to put a little like too much in and some of the ingredients end up drowning the others out.
Yeah.
But this is still a really good beer, kind of a nice summer sipper. Um in the spirit of other stuff I had. It was nice going there today because like a lot of what they had was like really low ABV stuff, like between like 2 and 4%.
Wow, two. That's pretty low. You don't see very many of those.
There were some like traditional styles that were like pretty low ABV, which was nice because it's like sometimes like I would like to sit and have several drinks and not be wasted.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I had like a smoked ale, which was like, I don't know, 3% or something, which was
Yeah.
nice. People really like smoked beer, but like the main purveyor around here for that was Hammerheart, where it's
Yeah.
like it's really good beer, but it's also so strong. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I have to like carve out some time for like a nap on the couch after this. So
Yeah, like 2 and 3% almost like it's close to non-alcoholic as you're gonna get, which isn't bad. I mean,
yeah, and they do have some NA beer, which is really good. And like they make THC drinks. They're one of the better breweries for that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, it's good stuff. This is one of the stronger ones. This is 6.7%. I think the strongest one they had on tap actually was like 7%, and that was a bit of an outlier. Like the strongest stuff I had today was like 5%. They actually even had like a dessert stout, which, I'm rehashing this to you, but yeah, it was like dates, chocolate, and chili, and
Huh. Oh yeah,
I-
yeah, yeah.
when you see something like that, that's like kind of like wine strength with and like, you know, um, I was saying to the bartender, like, yeah, this is great because sometimes like I want those flavors and I want that richness in a beer, but I don't want to be like wobbling home,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so.
So did the chilies give it heat or is it more of a flavor thing?
A little bit of heat. Like I would say it was at no, like medium level. So
Yeah.
like definitely a tingle, but not a burn.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because there was I think it's New Holland. They made a mole beer and I bought it thinking like, what's this gonna be like? And it wasn't there was no heat. It was more the flavor. It was a great beer. I don't think they make it anymore. I haven't seen it in years, but I really liked it. But then they made a dragon's milk with chili peppers, and I was like, let's try this. And it felt like I was drinking fire. Like I took one sip and was like, I cannot drink this. This is
So Hammerheart had the Thor's Porter, which is a porter with like I think smoked peppers.
mm,
I bottle of that to a friend of mine, and like he put off drinking it for like almost a year because he was like, I'm so afraid of like the spice level on this beer.
oh, yeah.
Like he had some and it's a really strong beer. So like he drunk dialed me and was like, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe I was so scared. No, the spice level is so perfect. They got this so good. Like,
Yeah.
yay.
Yeah, the spice level was too much for me. I mean, look, I am a lightweight when it comes to heat. It's funny because we were watching that episode of Hot Ones that Conan O'Brien was on. And I was like, I wouldn't last one wing. I want one wing, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm finished. I just can't do heat. I can't. Um, so yeah, when I had that dragon's milk that had the chili peppers, I was like, yeah, this is way too much heat for me. I mean, I get why uh I mean, if you're a fan of that thing, why you would like it, I get it. Because actually a friend of mine had come over that night and I was like, hey, I have this beer. I took one sip of it. I'm not sick. You can finish it if you want. And she pretty much like drank it down. So yeah.
Hmm. Also, speaking of getting drunk, thank you for talking me out of flashing my boobs on last week's beer, which would have led to probably some really tedious editing you would have had to do. I
Yeah.
mean,
And I don't edit, so it would have just gone up, Helen.
well, yeah, I don't know if anyone would have cared enough to flag it with YouTube, but
Well,
you
I
know,
always mark it not for kids. I always since we're drinking, I always mark I just mark it not for kids anyway. So I at
I
least
guess,
would have taken that level of responsibility.
well, hey, like you want to see these titties, you gotta pay.
That's we
Uh,
can put a subscription level up.
yeah, just shoot me a Venmo.
That's right.
Kid- Kidding, but not really. I do need some money for my 40th birthday trip. So,
There you,
uh,
there you go. Tits for hire. Um, I'm kidding. Shirts. Or are you done? I'm sorry if I don't know if you had anything more to say about the beer.
no, it's pretty straightforward. I think I said everything I need to say. So this is one of my nerd shirts. This is for the Wyland Yutani company, which you may recognize from the Alien series. You know, the company as in the company, what about our lives, you son of a bitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
A good shirt. It's funny, I almost didn't wear a metal shirt, but I did, well, kind of did. I'm wearing Ken Mode. Art by the amazing Caroline Harrison. Um, yeah, I almost wore a wrestling shirt because but I'm gonna save this shirt for 2 more weeks. I'm gonna wear it in 2 weeks because there's an AEW show coming up and the shirt will make you laugh. Um, for a couple reasons. Man, I should have worn it now that I think about it from a conversation we just had, but it's okay. We can wait. Um, I another brewery that I've never seen before, at least around here, Mother Earth Brewing Company, who are, let's see, where are they from? Where are these people from? Um, sorry, there's some
Oh,
thunder. Do you hear that?
sat on the porch with me again.
Oh, hey! They're from Vista, California and Nampa, Idaho. Weird. Anyway, um, I know what they were going for with this. Um, and maybe this was their intent, but it's called Cali Creamin'. Uh, so it comes,
Oh,
yeah. It's a vanilla cream ale, and it is I don't know where the ABV is. Uh, might not be on. Oh no, it is 5% alcohol by volume. And I know you hate the pop vinyls. I'm using this glass today to kind of make fun of this idiot, but we're drinking out of a Jerry Seinfeld pop vinyl glass. You know.
okay. Getting like a double pickle beer next week to start. And okay, you couldn't make Seinfeld today because of woke,
Right, exactly. The safest sitcom ever. Um,
right? Airline food. Whoa.
yeah.
So,
And even
uh,
their show, like what, like the show and then his stand-up, like the safest shit ever. Your career is not in any jeopardy. I don't care. Shut up.
to
Idiot.
say something maybe a little controversial. Oh boy, I have a take. Um, I think there's a lot of comedians, and I think Jerry Seinfeld and here's the controversial part, David Cross are in this category where it's like they're really gifted comic actors that I really like watching in scripted scenarios.
Yeah.
I hate their stand-up. I hate
I,
it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't
Yeah.
think Jerry Seinfeld's stand-up is good at all.
I think David Cross's stand-up is better than Jerry Seinfeld's, but that's not really saying very much.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like um every stand-up special he's done, I'm just like, it seems like David Cross is going for what I forget who invented this term, but clapter.
Mhm.
The audience is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that especially during like his comedy during the George W. Bush years, just like, yeah, doesn't George W. Bush suck? It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we all know a room full of people you email all agrees with you. So
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think they're gonna say?
but
I
yeah,
give
like
him a hold on his stuff. Like some of it I like, some of it I don't.
yeah, I mean, I think some of it's like mildly funny, but like I think, for example, like his performance in Arrested Development, absolutely
Oh,
hysterical. Love
yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
like show where he was also a writer, like he's consistently extremely funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, can't do it. And like, yeah, Jerry Seinfeld, like he's fun to watch and acting in a movie, but yeah, like or like in a movie, I don't think he was ever in many, but like yeah, in a TV show, sure.
Yeah.
But like what about airline food? Like, yeah, we all fucking hate airline food. What else you
Yeah.
got?
And really with the show Seinfeld, I know it's called Seinfeld. I know he's sort of the main character, but he's the least essential character on that show. You could lose Jerry and you could still have a show.
And I know he's a shithead, but Michael
Yeah.
Richards is a good comic actor.
Fuck yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
like kind of setting aside his weird meltdown and subsequent apology tour, like yeah, he's fun to watch on Seinfeld. I really enjoyed him in UHF, which is one of my
oh,
favorite movies.
I just bought that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's terrific. Really got done dirty, like opening the same weekend as I think it was like one of the Indiana Jones movies and Star Wars. So,
Yeah, back when you had like great movies opening every fucking weekend.
not just like Marvel sequel number 3000.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, and I say this as someone who has occasionally enjoyed a Marvel movie in the past. It's just like,
Yeah. But there's too many. We've
yeah,
we've just reached saturation point where I just don't fucking care anymore. I don't
so
know.
like, um, the Marvel house style is ugly in a lot of weird ways. Like I noticed this especially when I was watching Shang-Chi, where like they hired some good fight choreographers. Like a friend of mine sent me like some other stuff, like some demo stuff those guys have done. It looks terrific. And they have like two really fun fight scenes, like one on a moving bus and like one on some bamboo scaffolding outside a skyscraper. Like I mean, it's nothing on like the best of like Asian action cinema, but like it is kind of like a like that's fun stuff to watch. But like the climactic battle is just like fucking gray sludge. Like
Yeah.
every climactic battle in every Marvel movie just looks like fucking gray sludge. And like it's maddening, especially since it's like I just watched this lead actor like do way more fun action scenes than this. And like they had Michelle Yeoh in that movie as well. And it's like this is just a waste of everybody. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
It's just kind of this like commitment to mediocrity, which means like I guess none of the movies are like really bad, but they're not great either.
No.
So
They're just there for people to make money.
yeah,
I mean, I guess any movie is that way, but
it's like you did Black Panther, you did Thor Ragnarok, and I guess the first Iron Man was pretty good, but like it's increasingly diminishing returns.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've like fallen off of them. I didn't even see the second Black Panther, and I really want to see it, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
It's
I
kind of a place like, I don't know, there's some fun bits, there's some bad bits.
yeah.
Um, and I do like some trash, but oh, speaking of that superhero trash, my review of Aquaman 2, uh 0 out of 5. Jason Momoa keeps his shirt on pretty much the whole time. What the fuck is that? What is the point of that movie then?
I don't know. He didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you would have you and you did pay for it. It's not like you can't say like, ah, you got to pay for the shirtless scene. You did pay for it, and you didn't get it.
I watched it on a plane and probably wouldn't have otherwise, but yeah, I see your point.
Yeah,
Like one thing was like, oh, I'm glad Amber Heard is still getting work after that stupid smear campaign, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't know if this is gonna attract the Deptford wives into our comments section. God, I hope not. But like,
Let them come.
yeah, fuck them. Like your boy like has well chronicled history of like alcohol and drug dependency and also like being violent with like people he's close to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking come at me, I guess.
Well, speaking of being dependent on alcohol, let me take another sip of this.
That was grim.
Well, my second sip is the same as the first. How do I put this? I am happy that this isn't chock full of vanilla because while I like vanilla, too much of it is not good.
Oh yeah, I've had like a vanilla porter that just tasted like a vanilla Coke. And
Yeah,
it's like, that
yeah.
dial
Don't
it back.
don't want that. This is very subtle in all aspects of flavor. The vanilla is very subtle. Even the taste of the beer itself, it's crisp and clean and subtle. There's not a lot of, it isn't the most flavorful beer I've ever had. That said, it's good. It's pleasant. It is sometimes it's just okay to have an inoffensive beer. Um the carbonation's fine. It's not bitter in the least. Um Yeah, it's an ale. It's a cream ale. It tastes like a cream ale. But like a good one, like not a we're not drinking a Genesee here. We're drinking a nice quality cream ale. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
it's nice. It's
best beer is currently being made in the state. And it's cheating because I've had it before, but like I might want to feature it on next week's beer video just because like this is a great beer. I'd love to feature it. Is Castle Danger's cream ale. I
yeah,
think when you do these basics really well, um, there's something to be said for that.
yeah. And that's what
Like,
this exactly what this is.
yeah, yeah. Especially like, I don't know, I feel like every time I go to the beer store, I see it increasingly crowded with like weird novelty sours, and it's like you don't really need to do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can just make good beer.
yeah. There was oh God, I can't think of the one I was looking at today. And that's the whole reason I didn't get it because I was like, there's so many fucking flavors in this thing. And it was a sour. I was like, it's just too much. Like I'm not in the headspace for something that's throwing 90 flavors at me. Just give me something subtle. I got something
Yeah,
subtle. I bought two beers today. The one I'll do for next week because it's a pretty interesting one. Um, but yeah, this is good. I like this. It's exactly what you said. It's like a done to death style of beer, but done really well. And for somebody like me who's an asshole and will go to if I go somewhere where there's beer and it's like stuff I don't care about, I won't drink at all because it's like these aren't the styles I like. But this is one of those things where it's like it's a cream ale. I'm not going to drink Genesee at a gathering, but if there was something like this, I would because it's the same type of thing, but it tastes good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So Mother Earth Brewing Company. And they had some other stuff too there. Oh, and it's Mother's Day tomorrow. I didn't even put that together. As my isn't it is it Mother's Day tomorrow? Because there were a bunch of fucking people at Target buying flowers and stuff. Uh-oh. Helen, did I scare you?
No, it's just I forgot and I have to call my mom.
Yeah.
I'll call and it's also Matt's birthday, and we're going to go see Zardoz with our friend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't tell me anything about the plot. I'm going in as blind as I possibly can. All
I
I know about
I don't know
shiny
anything about
diaper jumpsuit, statue head, something something gun is good, penis bad.
yeah.
Don't anything else.
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know anything about it. I know about it, but I've never seen it.
I don't know why I assumed you would be like a Zardoz knowledge haver, but
No, I'm not. No, I feel like a loser. I'll jump on that train. Um, By the way, it's now nice and sunny outside. Like the storm has completely passed. I can open my window again. I'll just keep it closed. Um, I don't even think I actually have a I would turn mine around, but it still looks a little ominous, but it's nice and sunny now and my dog can go out in the yard and run around once it dries up a little bit. 'Cause she's been I'm gonna send you a photo of Brody the dog when we're done here. You also are frozen.
Yay.
There you go. Okay. I'm gonna send you a photo of Brody the dog later, to show you the thing that she got last night and tore up. And that
Oh,
thing is an American flag.
that's right, Comrade Brody.
Yeah,
You
she
get
shredded it. I didn't even know. I have no idea how she even got it. But yeah, so she shredded it. So Brody making her stand, and you know, she may be 11 months old, but you can't tell her, what she believes. So
uh,
yeah,
just imagine spreading that to the tune of what is it, Killing in the Name?
yeah. I mean, uh, pretty much her mantra in life is "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." So it all makes sense that she would fall into that category. But yeah, Brody, what are you gonna do? She got a bunch of walks today. She tried to bite a bee out of the air.
Gross.
Um, I know. It's just she just wants to bite everything, and it's like, don't bite that,
I
buddy. That's not last thing in the world you should bite. Uh, I
on
don't
one
know.
hand, yeah, that's a bad idea. On the other hand, if she did, you could like I think there's a website for photos of dogs that have eaten bees, and it's
Yeah,
very fun.
I've seen them. Yeah, yeah. Their heads swell up like crazy. Yeah. Trying to keep her away from that. I'd like her to, she gets herself in enough trouble. Her tangling with a bee, probably not in her best interest. Or
No.
mine, because I'm allergic, but what are you gonna do? Well, I'm fresh out of ideas. I don't know. Anything we should talk about before we finish?
Um, let's see. I'm trying to stick to like vaguely positive news because Lord knows we bitch enough about like the terrible goings on.
Yeah.
Oh, my sword teacher friend is headed to Japan in a week, and one of his students is taking some kind of rank test. If I was smarter, I could remember what degree of black belt it's supposed to be. But everyone wish Zach and his student luck. I know they're gonna do great, but like general good vibes could not hurt.
Go see some Japanese wrestling while you're over there, unless you don't like fake fighting.
I will mention it to him. I think it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind trip, but he
Yeah.
does like entertainment, so I will suggest this.
There's so much good Japanese wrestling over there. If you could try to make it to us, I don't know if they have shows, but if you can make it to a Stardom show, I think you'd have a good time. Stardom's their all women's group, and they're unbelievable.
I will suggest this for him and his student as either like a celebration or like kind of a, commiseration thing if the guy doesn't pass, but I'm sure he'll pass.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the thing that blew my mind a little bit was my friend was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't pass this test a couple times." I'm like, airfare to Japan isn't fucking cheap. God, I can't imagine like going all the way over there and like just barely failing a test. Oh,
I didn't want to say that. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it's not going to happen. It's going to be fine. It's going to go well.
they'll do great.
Yeah. 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 Good luck. You're going to fucking kill it. I don't even know you, and I have complete confidence that it's going to go really well. Oh,
Yeah.
my neighbor, this is one bad thing. I'm sorry. I just have to say it and get it out there. Oh, we're running out of time. It feels like we've barely been on it. Hold on, I gotta this thing up on my screen that's fucking pissing me off. I found out the other day my neighbor has handwritten messages taped all over the inside of her car complaining about immigrants.
Oh boy.
And she lives two doors down from an immigrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Good to know that we have mentally unstable people in our neighborhood posting bullshit on their cars.
Oh God, that reminds me when I had a truly psychotic coworker who would say things like, I think it's so funny Ron DeSantis like moved those buses of migrants north. And it's like one of the coworkers in my department's a Mexican immigrant.
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed to say things like shut your whore mouth at work, but boy, I was tempted.
Yeah. Well, my neighbor who is the immigrant has a giant fucking dog. So if this woman wants to fuck around, she gonna find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. God, I live in a pretty immigrant heavy neighborhood as well. Like right around the corner, actually, we have a a burrito shop and a butcher shop run by the same like Mexican immigrant family.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like not to ethnic stereotype, but it's like and because I used to work in restaurants, I've worked with a lot of like Mexican and South American immigrants, and it's like people trying to scaremonger about like South American and Mexican immigrants. It's like these like I mean, not everyone's the same, but it's like you're talking about like an extremely fucking hardworking, extremely fucking chill demographic,
Mhm.
and like
Yeah.
honestly, a lot of them are like religious and kind of conservative, and it's a demographic maybe you chuds could court if like you were not extremely racist. So I don't know.
Yeah. And it's not going away. And I'm glad it's not.
It's fucking like I don't know. It's just it's the most insane fear mongering to me. It's like, oh God, it's like fucking MS-13. It's like you realize like a lot of the reason that people leave like South America and leave Mexico is because they are trying to remove themselves
Yeah.
from like corrupt governments where like kind of gang leaders have outsized influence. I mean, frying pan into the fire when they come here, but
Yeah.
whatever, that's neither here nor there.
Look, if you have a neighbor who's an immigrant, give them a hug. Just being fucking nice. Just be a nice neighbor because you probably can't imagine the shit that they went through to get here. So
Or get really stoned and get those salted preserved mango slices from the market they own.
that too. That too. All right, well, that's been the beer video. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And I go Pirates. I don't know. Just
Uh Timberwolves, I guess. I guess they're doing good.
Timberwolves, Timberwolves, go Timberwolves. That's right. Go Timberwolves. Goodbye. Oh wait, I hit the wrong thing. I almost wait a minute. What did I just do? There we go. All right, everybody got to see that. All right, we're leaving this time.